Hello lovely people and welcome to Why I Love, and this will be a video about why I love balsamic vinegar. In this video you'll learn and find out lots of new novel information about balsamic vinegar you probably never knew before. And I'm going to cover many key aspects of balsamic vinegar and why you should consume it and why I think it is a great thing to consume across the time in this video. So, before we start, I just want to tell you that this is not medical advice. Anything I said in this video, you should always go and do your own further research before taking balsamic vinegar or taking anything for that matter. What you think is most important, and if you're unsure, go and speak to a medical professional. But this is stuff I have learned from life experience, as well as stuff on the internet and research I've done on balsamic vinegar. And yes, so just before we start, I also used 4 main sources to create this vinegar video. And the first source is the Healthline article by Kathleen Watson, the balsamic vinegar Wikipedia page, the Jenna Fletcher Medical News Today article, and the Life Well Planted article, and as well as a few others, and I'll leave all the links to this in the description. So, to begin, I'm going to give you a background on balsamic vinegar. So, Aceto Balsamico, known in the West as balsamic vinegar, is a dark, concentrated and intensely flavoured vinegar, originally coming from Italy. Balsamic vinegar is made wholly or partially from grape must. For you guys who don't know or don't have a clue what grape must is, grape must is freshly crushed grape juice with all the skins, seeds and stems. Now, real balsamic vinegar contains just one ingredient, and that is white grapes, typically Trebbiano grapes, apparently. To make balsamic vinegar, whole grapes are crushed into juice and cooked into a reduction called, as I said earlier, grape must. Traditional balsamic vinegar is produced from the juice of just harvested white grapes. And as I said earlier, typically these grapes are Trebbiano grapes, which are found in Italy. And then they are boiled down to reach a minimum sugar concentration of 30%. Which is called bricks, or more in the must, which is then fermented with a slow aging process which further concentrates the flavours. It goes through a process of being aged in successively smaller wooden barrels for 12 to 100 years. This is all done under the supervision by a consortium in Modena, or a consortium in Reggio Emilia, Italy, who watch over the whole operation to make sure it's being done legitly, because there's a lot of fakes in terms of balsamic vinegar, because it's a very valuable commodity. So just like wine, balsamic vinegar goes up in value with time. For example, on the Selfridges website, which is a UK luxury goods retailer, a bottle of 50-year-old balsamic vinegar called Giuseppe Giusti, probably butchered that, retails for 349 Great British pounds. These are crazy prices, but in this video you'll find out why a 50-year-old vinegar can retail for such high-end prices. I'll leave the link to this lovely vinegar in the description. Selfridges is a great website, check it out. So, although Aceto Balsamico is an unregulated term, there are 3 variations of Aceto Balsamico that are protected by law, including the Balsamico Tradizionale di Modena, which is traditional balsamic vinegar of Modena, Aceto Balsamico Tradizionale di Reggio Emilia DOP, which is traditional balsamic vinegar of Reggio Emilia, and Aceto Balsamico di Modena IGP, which is balsamic vinegar of Modena, which is the one I mostly consume. So when you buy your balsamic vinegar, you want to look for traditional, authentic balsamic vinegar. Aceto Balsamico, traditionally di Reggio Emilia DOP, or Aceto Balsamico, traditionally di Modena DOP, I believe. Yeah. As many other balsamic vinegars have impurities, so these are the vinegars you want to look for. I know you can get this one in some shops like Waitrose and Whole Foods. And there's another popular one called IGP, which is the one you get from Lidl, which is still very good, but it's not as high quality as the proper DOP bowls, as you don't want to have impurities. And you've got to be careful because there's many fake versions of Aceto Balsamico di Modena with the same name, such as, it'll just say basically Aceto Balsamico di Modena, but it won't say DOP or IGP after it, so it hasn't been regulated and protected in the same way. But it is important that you do not consume these vinegars, as many of these fake balsamic vinegars can actually be harmful to your health and your digestive system, as well as they may contain ingredients such as grape juice, which is meant to contain, but also wine vinegar, rice vinegar, caramel colouring, brown sugar, gal gum, and corn flour, which you don't really want in your vinegar. I'll leave a link to how balsamic vinegar is made in the description. And before we go on to the main points in this video, I just want to give you a nutritional breakdown. So, there's a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar has just 14 calories and 2.7 grams of carbs. It has negligible protein and fat, I should say. Balsamic vinegar contains a whopping 17.9 milligrams of potassium per tablespoon, which is an electrolyte which will help your muscles stay strong and you'll get less soreness. It's important, potassium. Look up, I'll put some benefits of potassium in the description. So, some internal health benefits of balsamic vinegar, or Aceto Balsamico. So the first is that it reduces blood pressure. Balsamic vinegar can aid in regulating blood sugar when balsamic vinegar is consumed as part of a meal. A review by Carlos S. Johnson and Cindy A. Gass, who examined the effects of balsamic vinegar, found that balsamic vinegar had an anti-glycemic impact when consumed, meaning a person's blood sugar will spike less drastically after a meal. This is major information because a spike in blood sugar too frequently and too intensely will lead one to building up insulin resistance and with time potentially getting type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, a small study by PubMed Central suggests vinegar may improve insulin sensitivity by 19 to 34% during a high carb meal and significantly lower blood sugar and the insulin response. In a small study in 5 people, vinegar reduced sugar by up to 31.4% after eating 50 grams of white bread. Consume the vinegar, you would have more of a blood sugar spike, which is not very healthy because that means a higher blood sugar spike will lead to a higher chance of a higher insulin spike, or it does, and there's a higher chance of diabetes. So this is a powerful effect of balsamic vinegar which cannot be ignored. Reducing blood sugar by 31.4% when eating 50 grams of white bread. That's big. Anyway, the second reason is, not second reason, but the second part of the first reason I should say, is balsamic vinegar can improve blood circulation. So balsamic vinegar contains polyphenols, which may help prevent blood clots, reduce blood sugar levels, and lower heart disease risk. They may also promote brain function, I should say better brain function, improve digestion, and offer some protection against cancer, although more research is needed. So that's big. That's big. Improving blood circulation. Many people, especially overweight people, have problems with blood circulation, and it can lead to real issues in health in later life if you have blood circulation issues. So if something can help that, along with other things, it's good. It's good. So secondly, in terms of the internal health benefits, thirdly I should say, is that balsamic vinegar may help with hypertension. So high blood pressure, also called hypertension, is when the pressure in your blood vessels is unusually high. It can be serious if not treated. Such issues which can arise from one having hypertension include a heart attack or stroke, an aneurysm, heart failure, weakened and narrowed blood vessels in your kidneys, thickened, narrowed or torn blood vessels in your eyes, metabolic syndrome, trouble with memory or understanding, and dementia. These are all things which you kind of want to avoid in life. No one wants such problems. Luckily, God gave us the ingredients to help combat such issues. A 2001 study from Kyoto University found that rats with high blood pressure had better blood pressure after consuming vinegar, balsamic vinegar I believe it was, over a long period of time. Just consume 1 to 2 teaspoons on a regular daily basis and you may also see some results in terms of your blood pressure. So, and the fourth reason in this subsection of internal health benefits is that balsamic vinegar can help lower one's cholesterol. A very well-known positive benefit of balsamic vinegar is that it lowers cholesterol. The antioxidants found in balsamic vinegar target so-called scavenger cells in the body that are toxic to your body and inflate your LDL, which is known in science as your unhealthy cholesterol levels. The final part of the internal benefits of balsamic vinegar is that balsamic vinegar aids in healthy digestion. Balsamic vinegar contains acetic acid, which contains strains of the probiotic gut healthy bacteria, which can do many things. So it can actually sort out the way your brain thinks, because your gut is very highly related to your brain, and the chemicals and signals given off by your microbiome can really affect the way you think. There's a lot of research, I should say, done where there's a fat person and a slim person and a slim healthy person, because not everyone who's slim is obviously healthy, but what they'll do is they will take a scoop of the feces, i.e. poo, of the slim healthy person, and put that poo in the anus of the fat person, and there was significant drops in weight for the overweight people, because when they got the new feces in their body, it gave them the healthier bacteria which the slim healthy person had. So that's some food for thought. Maybe not the most appetizing thing to hear, but hey ho. Anyway, moving on to the second reason I love good old balsamic vinegar is aesthetic benefits. So balsamic vinegar can support one in losing weight. Balsamic vinegar contains the probiotic acetic acid, which can assist one in feeling fuller for longer. Additionally, balsamic vinegar also just contains 15 calories per tablespoon, which means it is also low in calories, and because it can be used to cook instead of using oils or butter, it could help one reduce their calories and potentially reduce their weight. And balsamic vinegar can have epidermal tissue benefits, that is skin benefits. Balsamic vinegar contains acetic acid and antimicrobial compounds, as well as antioxidants, which all contribute to one having clearer skin with a brighter complexion. Now, I read online that you can actually put balsamic vinegar on your skin, and it's something I may try one day, but not for now. I didn't research that area of balsamic vinegar too much, because it's not something I would personally want to put on my skin. But I could definitely see it having benefits, and maybe one day I might, but the day hasn't come yet, unfortunately, that I'm going to put balsamic vinegar on my skin. I haven't gone to that level of crazy yet. And now we're going to move on to the third reason why I love balsamic vinegar, and that is that it is just tasty and delicious. So balsamic vinegar is the taste of balsamic vinegar, I should say, is rich, and it has a complex sweetness that explodes in the mouth with notes of fig, molasses, cherry, chocolate or prune. Traditional balsamic vinegar should pick up the flavours of the wood it was matured in, and it may have a slight smokiness to it. Traditional balsamic vinegar offers a mellow tartness rather than a strong acidity. Balsamic vinegar is a natural flavour enhancer which can transform any dish. I personally believe that balsamic vinegar and extra virgin olive oil are the secrets to the delicious mouth-watering Italian food we all enjoy around the world. Finally, balsamic vinegar can be used to fry foods instead of using oil. It is a great substitute for oil in some dishes. It can also be used as a dressing or to be dipped in for bread. With anything you like, I say, balsamic vinegar can go well. I really like balsamic vinegar with white rice. The tanginess of it is delicious. And there's another vinegar I really like, which is Shankshi vinegar. It is so good. However, one should not overconsume balsamic vinegar. Don't go around drinking a cup of coffee worth of balsamic vinegar a day. Because if you drink too much balsamic vinegar straight, and you may, or just overconsume balsamic vinegar in general, like just don't drink litres a day or hundreds of millilitres. You know, stick to like 4 or 5 tablespoons maximum. That's not advice. Do your own research, but that's what I would personally stick to, about 5 tablespoons or maximum a day. But I'm a big man. So yeah, don't drink balsamic vinegar straight out the bottle, as it can cause inflammation in the throat, damage to the stomach lining, and damage to the food pipe in our digestive system. But also, consuming balsamic vinegar every day may do wonders for your health as long as you're not allergic to it. So if you're obviously allergic to it, don't consume it. I believe that balsamic vinegar is truly a blessing God has given us, and consumption of this fantastic, mystical black liquid, along with many other healthy choices in our life, can lead to us living healthier, happier and greater lives. I really hope you enjoyed this Why I Love video. I also have some other channels called Fine Fives. I've got the Lemon and Lime podcast, the Lemon and Lime Chess Club, and Novel Nourishment, which is a cooking channel. If you want to go and check them out, feel free to go and check them out. You can find it on my YouTube homepage. And if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate if you could give it a like and subscribe. It helps me make better content in the future. And I will look at all your comments if you have any comments, and I am happy to have a big discussion with you in the comments section. It makes my day when I see people appreciate the content I put a lot of hours into. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you can add balsamic vinegar to your own lives, and tell me what you think of balsamic vinegar, as well as any other vinegars you enjoy. Thank you so much for listening. This is Why I Love. Have a great day.